Yo, another TikToker ruining his life over a prank. Now, what kind is it, man? Because I got no idea what is it.
So on this channel, we have seen quite a few clout goblins in our day, especially ones who record, document, upload, and even live stream their crimes, all for the hopes of getting a funny clip or simply some attention that they never got at home. With TikTok becoming so prevalent in our society,
With the amount of dumb shit people be doing, bro, just to get a little famous is just crazy.
and people having access to things like meta glasses and phones they can whip out at a moment's notice, I feel like you have people more thirsty for views, likes, and followers than ever, and once they get that little taste of going
And they can't go any further, bro. I mean, not any further. They want to go further just to get that little
the clout
dopamine.
goblin is really born, and it must be fed over and over again like a little baby. And with the story I have for you today, it's really no different.
What the
Meet
hell?
Kyle Vasquez, known online as Tommy Tough Knuckles, the latest TikToker to be tried in court for his content that he creates online.
Damn,
and this
what'd
guy
he
is
make?
not just doing public nuisance stuff. I mean, that is a big part of it, but he's actually facing possible felonies here.
Wait, I think I seen these. I think I'm not sure if it was this guy, but I've seen some other reels of someone going up to a worker telling them, "Hey, I can't get into the stall, my friend's stuck." And then he goes down and then it's just some random guy. And then there's another one. No, I think it's just been all that where he would go tell a worker telling them that he can't go in or the bathroom's not opening, that the code's wrong, and that they would open, and then it's just some random ass person just right there on the other side.
Over TikTok clout. And so I'm sure you guys are wondering, well, who the hell is this Tommy Tough Knuckles character? Who is Kyle? Well guys, as you can see by his TikTok profile, this man is very proud of his mugshot. Personally, I always felt like it was a really lame move to put your mugshot up as your profile picture. Maybe unless you're some sort of rapper trying to make it, you know,
Nah, unless you got a, if you got a mugshot, bro, and you trying to flex with that shit, bro, I do not care.
when I see that type of thing, I just think, oh man, we got a badass over here. We got a tough guy. I remember I went to high school with this girl, and she was like one of the first people to actually go to jail after getting out of school. And I remember she makes the mugshot her profile picture, and she starts calling herself online like ankle bracelet shouty or something like that. And I remember it had a whole news segment and everything.
I don't know why you would drive if you know that you're drunk and you're underage. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me.
Insult to injury. An Austin woman rear-ended by a drunk driver is speaking out tonight after the suspect bragged about getting an ankle bracelet on social media.
He brags
Damn.
about ankle bracelet shouty as her new name.
I mean, I don't really care about the bragging, but you doing a DUI?
And she also tweeted a picture of her ankle bracelet. The account tweeted, "I give myself a pep talk to not get too drunk almost every time I go out."
I don't think a reasonable person would feel like that's something that you're proud of.
I mean, I'm sure now her mugshot would go viral. People would think she was hot. I don't know, I guess it's just me. Like, I don't want to put the fact that I got arrested on display. I mean, if that makes me
I
a
wouldn't
pussy or
care.
that makes me not tough, then so be it. But as you guys can see, this guy has 112,000 followers, which on TikTok is really not that much. I could do like a fart challenge every day showing off my different gas, and I think I could pop out like 100,000 in around a month. But you'll also notice that he has this GoFundMe
Bro
here
got
in
a
his bio.
GoFundMe.
We will get to that here in a little bit. And so pretty much this guy would mimic anything trending on TikTok trying to make his own page blow up. This was the type of content he was posting at first.
Put it in my ass! Put the popcorn in my ass! Put the popcorn in my ass! Put the popcorn in my ass!
Bro, what kind of prank is this, bro? Bro's just out here just
So essentially just going around
Disrupting
being a
places.
dipshit out in public, trying to create a public spectacle, so if someone comes across this video, they think, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? I need to see more.
Stop!
And so there is Tommy himself in the flesh. Something tells me that is not the first time this man's faces look like that. And no, I'm not talking about no Scarface shit. Now I will say, some of Tommy's videos are actually pretty funny. Like here where he requests for this Subway employee to keep toasting his sandwich over and over again.
Can you like double toast it?
said double toasted.
Do it one
Damn.
more time.
That's pretty funny.
I'll pay for it. You can't do it one more time. Why not?
Yeah, she gave that man the finger wag. She said, fuck your sandwich.
Put the iPhone in my ass! Put it in his ass, you heard him! Put the iPhones in my ass!
Bro, I feel like this has to be like a little mix of that SpongeBob episode where him and Patrick try to rob a bank and they were doing it the wrong way.
And it's just funny because absolutely no one out in public is scared of this dude or takes him seriously. They likely just think that he is mentally challenged. And so these type of videos were not really working where he was saying, oh, put the fries in my ass. Maybe next he was going to go to Best Buy, say, put the camera in my ass. Whatever it was going to be, like if he was getting a colonoscopy or not, he was not going viral off this. So then he decided to take it up a notch and not just be like a minor disturbance for the employees, but to actually just be kind of an asshole, make a mess.
I'm doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge! I nominate LeBron James and
He doing it in a Dollar Tree. They already going out of business.
Fetty Wap! My fucking dog shit!
And I will say with this one, at least it was just water, like it's going to dry itself up, but you were still giving a hard time to these employees who are not making a livable wage. I mean, that's one thing I always hear these days from older people. Oh, nobody wants to work. Well, would you want to work if you were busting your ass for 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week? And then you still likely cannot even afford a nice place to live on your own. You cannot afford the basic necessities in life. You go to the grocery store, you feel like you're getting bent over. And this is exactly how you should deal with a dumbass like this.
Some pickles. Can I get more?
Want a dressing, mayo, or anything?
No, can I just keep getting more pickles? Yeah.
That's a little excessive, guy.
Can I get some more pickles?
That's it.
I can't get more?
That's
Why?
it. Now you gotta know your limit.
What do you mean it won't fit? Dude, I can't eat that if it doesn't have enough pickles.
Get the fuck out there. How's that?
And that's how you should handle a jackass like this. Sadly, fast food employees, retail employees, I'm guessing you have to deal with like this type of activity from time to time. A clout chaser coming in there with his meta glasses, you can tell you're being recorded, and you still have to try and keep your cool.
Oh!
You can get out now.
You want us to get...
Bruh, they ain't... I mean, that has to be a joke, but like, the fact that he trying to do all that.
No, I want you to get up and get the fuck out of my store.
Either way, these were not really the antics that got Tommy in trouble. This is the type of thing that really started to get him on the police's radar.
15K in the books! Give me a hell! Yeah!
Doing all of that for 15,000 followers is insane. And it might seem funny to some of you guys, or I'm sure maybe some people out there watching this have created similar content as this.
Me tough knuckles, and I'm the reason why these egg prices are so high!
That's all eggs? Ugh.
You can bet on it live on Costly.com!
Of course, the
And he put
dipshit
an
got a
ad.
gambling sponsorship right away. You can't make it up. These gambling companies see anyone getting any sort of attention online, even if it's bad, and they immediately approach them with tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, I'm sure they figure like these are the easiest idiots to get into our program. The people watching these things on...
Wait, what did I say?
They figure like these are the easiest
shit.
idiots to get into our program.
Well, egg prices go up this month. Bro, there's bets on that?
The people watching these things on a daily must be very low IQ. And so the egg one specifically, and also this one, is how he ended up in court.
Tough knuckles, I just hit 25K! Bean challenge!
Wait, so it's just these getting them in jail? Then who's the other guy doing all that?
Get me to 50K, we'll do more!
He actually did this at an Asian restaurant. I would say that that was his big mistake because they're not going to put up with that foolishness. And so they're the ones that got the police involved. Like I said, the dumping on the head of the eggs and the beans, that got him.
But I mean, like, he also did that outside. The other one he did inside.
Him in trouble, but the felonies would actually be from videos that he has now deleted from his page. But don't y'all worry y'all's pretty little heads because the local news actually has us covered.
Now to the arrest in Suffolk County of a prankster
he digging
clamoring
stuff
for online fame.
Yeah, 21-year-old Kyle Vasquez is accused of being behind a string of bizarre incidents in Center Reach and Selden that he allegedly recorded and then posted to social media. In one case, They say he poured a bucket of beans on his head inside a Chinese restaurant. He also, they say, asked three
Recording
homeowners to use
people
their
in their
bathroom,
homes.
and while inside, recorded homeowners without their consent.
And that is where this guy is going to be catching these felony
Damn.
charges. He would basically run up on these people and say, yo, I really gotta take a shit. I got some diarrhea in my pants. And then he would go
Wait,
into
so he would run into their homes and do all this?
their house and make a huge mess in their bathroom, documenting the entire thing for his TikTok clout. Like I said, he did delete those videos from his profile. I did actually find
we
them
gonna see a
online, but
vid?
I won't be showing them in this video for my own legal protection and for those homeowners' privacy.
Well, Liz, he was chasing likes on TikTok, where he has nearly 5 million of them. But police here in Suffolk County say that Kyle Vasquez was also chasing something else, the dollar, making money off these TikToks and allegedly exploiting private homeowners and businesses in the process.
And this is where the real funny part of the video comes in. Keep in mind, this is a guy who still lives with his mother. I actually saw that be confirmed in another news segment.
Vasquez lives with his mother.
And look how tough this guy...
I mean, like, they try to say that like it's something bad, bro. Like, he probably saving so much, too. That's the only reason why he's probably fighting this, too.
I really thinks he is, okay? The nickname that he gave himself is going to his head.
Kyle, you wanted attention, now you got it.
But Kyle Vasquez had trouble navigating all the attention at court today. Big trouble. First, an obscene gesture.
Hey, what are you doing? What?
I mean, he's exercising his right.
Not doing that.
Then he tried
You could
to
do that.
Did that cop not have the most New Jersey accent of all time? Hey, what is you doing?
obscene gesture.
Hey, what are you doing?
You should have said something to get the people recording out of there, too.
What? We're not doing that.
Then he tried to barge out a side door in conflict with the officers that were here to escort him out. The
If
21-year-old
he
from
doing all
Cora,
that, bro,
known
if he's
as
trying
Tommy
to, if he would have just tried to get the cameras out, he could have just said something that ain't really allowed to be saying on TV.
Tough Knuckles on TikTok, facing 8 separate criminal counts today for viral videos like
Damn,
this one.
8?
Police say that's 50 raw eggs he dumped over his head outside Ralph's Italian Ices here in Center Reach. Then there's the
Yeah, but how is dumping 50 raw eggs a federal crime?
incident up the road inside Winghua Chinese restaurant, where police say he spilled the beans.
Yeah, I'm very angry, and they're all angry because they make me a mess for the place.
That's what I'm saying, guys.
So
Do
he
not
just
play with
left?
these motherfucking Asians, and definitely do not play with their place of business. They take that shit very seriously. That is their sanctuary. That is where they're usually spending 17 hours a day. Okay, they might even sleep in the back. I mean, to me, Tommy, whose real name is Kyle, really just seems like that disrespectful douche that you grew up with at school, whose parents let him do absolutely whatever he wanted and they always got him off the hook. Like, I would think that that type of, oh, my baby can do no wrong parenting, has to be what festers this type of activity.
The restaurant releasing this surveillance video to show what they were subjected to, all for likes on social media. But the felony counts were far worse,
Give me the
authorities
50K
telling
and
us
we'll do more.
Vasquez unlawfully recorded 2 private homeowners with an undercover camera in Selden and Center Reach to mock them for allowing him inside.
The individuals
Damn.
were taken advantage of because they were kind. And they let somebody into the house claiming that they had to use a bathroom in an extreme way.
So yeah, guys, don't think that this TikTok shit is all fun and games. Once you pass the age of 18, you could be catching felonies over this stuff. Even you guys who like...
Well, I mean, even close to below being the age of 18, if you like 16 or 15 maybe, you could even catch one there too.
to run around with your meta glasses, y'all need to be careful, bro. Because
He was
people are
running around with them glasses recording in there?
onto that stuff, and if they think you're trying to make them like the butt of an internet joke, you might get punched in your fucking face. I've seen it happen.
Tough Knuckles, not so tough as he then bolted from us at the courthouse, free till his
really
next
tried to
court
run?
appearance, but shielded by friends who came here mostly to twerk.
And I gotta say, guys, birds of a feather, they often flock together, and it looks like him and his gang are just a bunch of dipshits, honestly. Look at this guy.
Well, I mean, they got his back though.
Guy dancing.
I mean, they some real ones.
They see nothing serious about this situation. They probably think this is the coolest thing anyone in the friend group has ever done. Oh, you know my friend Tommy Tough Knuckles? He's so clouded, bro.
Your video causes someone else harm or embarrassment, then you've crossed the line, and there will be consequences.
I mean, if it's embarrassment, bro, I do not care.
And we are going to be seeing a lot more of this here in the future, guys. where people are going to be pressing charges on others who are trying to make them a spectacle to go viral online. Like, it's all fun and games until you're paying these massive legal fees, or they're shutting down your whole operation. Like, at some point, these social media platforms are going to be stepping in to protect their own ass and deleting these profiles.
Yeah, and those consequences are Class E felonies for the dissemination of illegal surveillance and the illegal surveillance itself. Vasquez,
Oh,
aka
so he's just getting the felony charges off of recording.
Tommy Tough Knuckles, due back in court on June 30th.
So this
Well,
got
I'm
nothing to do
outside
with
police
those
headquarters
eggs.
here.
Then why did they? So I'm guessing. That whole thing was just that they got word of what was happening by all that.
And I will be updating you guys when this dumbass goes back to court. And while this Class E felony is not the most serious of them all, it's actually very minor in terms of felonies, it can still land you in prison for 1 to 5 years. You will likely face fines, you will likely face probation, and overall it's just not worth it for the TikTok clout. But now you got the dumbass on GoFundMe looking for help from other dumbasses. And somehow this man has got $235 of his $5,000 goal. I'm Tommy Tough Knuckles and I got arrested for some pranks. I need money for a lawyer so I can keep making y'all laugh. I would really appreciate the support. Well, according to the news, we actually know, dude, that you're still living at home off mommy's money.
Vasquez lives with his mother.
So why?
Well, I mean, he just had an ad for gambling. I'm pretty sure he's got his own money.
Why don't you ask her? Why don't you go into her purse and pull out the hundreds? In all seriousness,
Like, bro, he got a bag off that ad. And the fact he's just saying that he's got his mom's money, bro. He's saving so much, bro, just living with her.
So guys, it is just astonishing to me the type of world we live in now. How quickly things have really accelerated ever since
I feel
the
like
dawn
also
of
something could also
TikTok,
done
the
bad
dawn
if
of people
that
trying
jug
to
would have
go
hit her
viral.
too.
It's like every day there's a new clown on the loose, and Tommy Tough Knuckles, he's really just the latest example. But I want to know what you guys think about this situation down below. Like I said, originally, some of the content, it was funny, it was entertaining. But then it's like there's this very slippery slide, so all of a sudden you're doing this criminal activity and you end up in court and you're flicking the police off and shit.
Which he can do.
It's just not good. I don't know what kids out there or even young adults like this aspire to be, but either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other TikTok loving, clout chasing fools out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.
Well, not. Well, I mean, I guess it's just the whole recording inside the buildings or inside the homes. Other than that, it wasn't really much. But I mean, I'm gonna be assuming that he's gonna be catching like a plea and then just going for like, no, I feel like he's just gonna be getting like probation. I don't think it's that deep to be for him to actually be on like being charged on something. Like if he ain't hurt, the most he did was just going into the buildings and then or going into the homes and then recording. Other than that, he didn't do no assaults or anything. Oh, I forgot about the whole fucking running away from the cops too, so that's probably another add-on. Nah, he's cooked. Peace out.